Hey, here we are out at Power Play, mate.
Here we are, one-day Power Play out here at Queensland Raceway today.
Mate, this is amazing. The level of cars out here. Hey,
Yeah.
have a look. Listen. Have a listen. Ready? Oh, listen to these cars. How good is it? What do you reckon?
Yeah, awesome.
What are we
Tough
gonna-
cars out there today. Plenty of burnouts, power skids, drifting, or you name it, they've got it here.
Mate, I see a dyno down there as well. Let's
Yeah.
get some footage of that. Oh, look, we're going to get as much action as we can from out here.
Yep.
Make sure you get out here and support these events, and
Yep.
and we'll jump in some cars. We'll talk to some people.
Yep.
Let's do a bit of everything, eh?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll see you out there. Zane, the slow 34, mate. It's now you've been on before. You had a chat to Tyler, I think, last time, didn't you? Out at MTAQ.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think you might have. Or maybe you had a chat to me. I don't remember.
No, it's been ages. Need another one.
It is because, mate, not long after that, just come off the road for a bit, right?
Yeah, I left work a little bit excited on a Friday and blew the oil pump.
Yeah.
You know?
Who would have thought RBs blow oil pumps, eh?
No, it's first I've heard of them.
Unusual thing to happen. So it's been a bit of a rebuild happen.
Yeah, pulled the motor out, and while we were there, the clutch was gone, so we changed out the clutch. And yeah, it took me about 4 months just doing it at my own pace, getting the money together and all the parts. But after 4 months, it went back together, and yeah.
So you've done it all at home with the old man and yourself?
Yeah, pulled it apart at the workshop.
Yep.
Had a couple of friends come over, help us out.
Yep.
Make sure everything's going to be all right. Check the bearings. Make sure there's no obvious marks or scores on the pistons and the bores. So yeah, it's definitely been a good thing to do.
All right, now back together. You've been just tuning it, chasing a few gremlins as you do as well, like, you know. So, but got them pretty well sorted.
Yeah. So we first started off with the fuel system, still running the stock. I believe it's 3/16, and a Ballbro 525 can only push so much through those tiny lines. So we ripped them out, changed them to a -8, and yeah, found the fuel problems went away. And then we ended up having another issue arise where the pump wasn't getting enough power. So I spent about a good weekend just pulling it out and doing all the rewiring myself.
Yeah. Okay, and you've done a bit of a slap together setup that's well, not so slap together. It looks pretty good actually, doesn't it?
Yeah. So
we might start producing them.
Yeah, to change out the -8 lines, I instead of using the original top hat for the fuel, I figured, oh well, these blokes want $780 for them. I'll see what I can do on a lathe for about 40, and yeah, all it cost me was 35 in aluminium and my own labour, and managed to make one out of alley and haven't had a drama.
For sale now for $300 if anyone wants one.
Come and grab it.
Do a few more.
Got all the drawings.
No, awesome, mate. And do you want to share where you ended up with dyno-wise, or give us a ballpark? Yeah,
so actually this Thursday, so 2 days before power play, I managed to sneak it onto the dyno, and we got 520 at the wheels, and like that's more than enough for me.
Yeah.
Next thing I'll probably do to it now will be suspension, so I can handle it.
Yeah.
I find that it gets a little bit shaky at the rear end at about 190 k's, so
just cruising speed.
Just cruising, yeah, getting up to it. And so I want to make sure it's going to do it, and yeah, not hurt myself.
And you had a bit of fun out there today?
Yeah, got some really good runs. Came up against a lot of good people. Beat a couple, lost to a couple, but it's all fun and games.
You took Tyler out. Did he have a big smile on his face?
Yeah, he did. I definitely think I know where his money's going to next.
I bet it is. I think he wants that E85 at least next.
Oh, he's got to get it. It's the one thing I can always recommend because it just runs cooler and they love boost.
There you go. Got to happen. Get on that E85, Tyler.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Zane.
No worries.
See you in the next one.
Will do.
All right, Peter. Mate, you're out here today, HQQ. So, mate, how long have you had this?
10 bit years, I reckon.
Yeah. Now, I know it's in the family. Your boy, he's got the R34.
Yep.
The slow 34. Not so slow.
Oh no.
So, mate, did you get it from your dad as well?
Yeah, my dad was a bit of a cog, and my granddad, like when we were little kids, he had an old Valiant wagon, and he used to, when the slope gutters come out, he used to drive on them for as long as he could.
Yeah.
318 Valiant, 75 years old.
How good's that?
He always used to say, "Give it the gun, laddie. Give it the gun."
Mate, I love it.
Yeah.
So what are we running under the bonnet?
454.
Yep.
Turbo 400, disc brake 9-inch.
Just a little one, eh?
Yeah.
And how's it going? Is it went all right today?
Yeah, mate. I rate it straight line. Performance built the engine, and it's 4 years. It hasn't let me down. I've been, staged up in horsepower. On different stages, and start off what I could afford, and then now I've got it pretty good. And we're going to strip it again because harmonic balances come loose on the crank and wrecked it.
Right.
So we'll fix that up and put it back in, maybe on ethanol, because Zaney got the ethanol. I love it. So cold.
Yeah. Now
pretty good.
So Zane's got the 34 as we mentioned, and sort of I guess the father-son thing going on in the rivalry, old school, new school.
Yeah.
Have you had a bit of a showdown?
Yeah, I got him.
Good stuff.
Yeah, but
The old fella still got it.
I think if he gets traction, mate, I'm stuffed, because he's up on me now in horsepower, eh? So
Yeah.
once he learns to stick,
Yep.
I think if he can get it to stick, it'd be something, won't it? Like,
You will.
I love him, mate.
Tyler's been out there in it today, loving it. So,
Oh, yeah.
Mate, and all right, let's go back a little bit in history now and tell us about your first car. What was it?
RX2. Coupe.
Oh, jeez.
$200.
I try to embarrass people with this question, but that's a good one.
I couldn't believe it.
$200.
Yeah, bloke,
Try
it
to get
worked.
one now.
Yeah. Insane, isn't it? And I rolled it at over 100 mile an hour, full tilt,
Oh, really?
on Johnson Road, and then I got another body off it and built the second one, and then I sold that and bought a big block HQ Ute with that engine in it.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Yeah, and
okay.
that's been in my mum's cupboard it had been in my mum's cupboard for 20 years or something.
Fair
That
dinkum.
block.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Craig had it, and then I got it back off him when he had about 4 years. You don't have the money when you got little kids, and
Yeah.
and then finally when I bought this, it had a big block and a stuffed one in it, so I put my big block in it.
Swapped it straight out.
Yeah. Oh, I got it built a bit
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, mate. Yeah,
Mate, that's good. And mate, you'd never get rid of it? Is it something?
yeah. I don't know.
You know,
yeah,
the dollars
it's
are up there
kinda-
now, and it's like,
kind of
it's
not my
tempting.
car, mate. In a way, it's been given to me so everyone can have it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, I just drive it, and everybody gets in and loves it. So, yeah, I just think, mate, I'm lucky to have it. You know,
Yeah.
so, I probably wouldn't part with it for that reason. Because it makes so many people happy, not just me.
That's good. That's a
It
good
does, mate,
story.
yeah.
Mate, and what about the events, mate? Power play. What did you think?
Yeah,
Good
oh,
event.
mate,
You're
best.
not in your first
Yeah.
one, obviously done a few of these.
Yeah, we've done a heat. Yeah. I enjoy it because all the bullshit stops, doesn't it? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
and
Some quick cars out there.
Oh, fuck, mate. And you always find someone in your level.
Yep.
You know, like you can be the quickest car in the block, but there's someone there that's level, and you're at best seat in the house to lose.
Yeah.
Like it's unreal losing. Oh, I'm happy to lose more than win sometimes because just seeing it.
Just watch them go past.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
Mate, I love it.
Yeah,
well
it's
done.
good,
and
mate.
mate, thanks for watching us and as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And
Proud to be.
having the family thing go on as well. I like
Yeah,
that.
proud to be a member of Overtaking Lane. I think I was about 700 or something.
Yeah.
I got in before the 1,000.
Yeah, mate. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Been
fuck
watching
yeah.
for a while. So,
Yeah, that's
and,
great.
And Zane's been commenting forever as
Oh,
well.
he loves it, mate. Yeah,
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Good kid, mate. Good kid. You've
Yeah,
done
mate.
well.
Yeah, keeps them alive, doesn't it?
Yeah, mate, does. Good on you. Thanks,
yeah,
mate.
you too, Dave.
You have a great
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, and good work, boys.
Yeah, okay, that's officially the fastest car I've ever been in. They're ridiculous, aren't they? Hey? Fucking hell. What's officially been your fastest car you've had?
Oh, remember one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember this, that's not what I'm on top of. Jumps already.
What about the Gemini? It was pretty quick.
Yeah, that's ain't something else.
had that when I first met you, right?
Yeah, I did it that one. So, and 5 mile an hour is a massive difference.
You see it around anymore?
No, I went to Sydney. Haven't heard much of it. Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. I wish I was still at it, to be honest.
Yeah, it was cool. But it was a bit...
It was too much. Like, you couldn't do anything with it. You couldn't drive it on the street because it was illegal.
Yeah.
AF.
That was your biggest thing, wasn't it? You didn't want to get pulled up in it.
Yeah, it was fairly known car too, so couldn't do a great thing with it.
What a great little run. We just took me out for a couple of laps, mate, in the afternoon, and pretty impressive. She's got some power.
Still going strong.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Yeah, mate. Look, and now let's actually have a chat what we got going on here. So, big block.
Yeah, 496 cubes.
Yep.
So glide,
9-inch,
35 spine, alloy housing, all the crap that goes with it.
Yeah, yep.
Plus a 250 shot of nitrous as well.
Yeah, mate. It's actually really smooth. Like,
It is. Yeah, I love it.
Yes, it's just smooth but power delivery. I was pretty impressed.
It hooks up well, and it gives a lot of the 1,000 horsepower LS cars that run for their money.
Yeah, I think that's the other thing. It is. It's got plenty of traction and doesn't just blow the tyre.
Make you deaf, Dave.
Yeah, it was loud. Ooh, did you turn up my headphones?
No, that was just loud for both of us. What's up, everyone? We're back for another week of Overtaking Live.
Hey, Overtakers. Here we are. Overtaking Live, the podcast, the YouTube show that's on every Thursday to talk cars and news and things and bobs. Yep.
Correct. Well done. 1 point today.
There you go. I'm all over this stuff.
Keeping score.
I'm working it out after a number of episodes now. 86?
I thought it is 86.
Yeah, 86.
I think. I hope so.
Sheepishly mentioning that in case I was wrong.
Live show number 86. Podcast episode 32.
You can find us on
find us on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts.
Yep, all those places. And it's really cool because, when we've had the technical issues in the other weeks that where we've gone down on YouTube and then we've had to fix it, like the podcast has still kept going and we haven't bothered to edit it or anything afterwards.
So
we
you
just
can
leave
listen
that
to that part if you want.
Yeah, I don't even know. There could have been a lot of swearing and.
No, I don't think there was. I think we actually tried to entertain the podcast.
That was after we remembered that it was actually still going because we thought we lost everything. It's like, oh, no, hang on. The podcast is still going.
All right.
Classic stuff. G'day, everyone. Let's say hellos.
Let's do some hellos in the chat. Diz, Chris Young, Dad 67, Marf's here somewhere. I know he's here. Gary Sparkplug. Paulie is our quiz competitor this week. It's not Johnny.
How did that happen?
I think.
What happened to the Johnny and James show? Jeez, look out. What's going on there?
So there we go. Paulie's your opponent this week, James. I hope you're prepared.
Look out.
He's a genius, that man. Knows a lot about cars, a lot of breadth of things.
Yeah, that scary stuff. He could be getting himself
Maybe he's getting an SPI 3 for his BMW.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Chris Young. May have already said that, but hello again. Lynn. Nan. That is Nan. Beck. Scrolling down. Lots of chat before the show. It's good to see. Gleno. How you going?
Hey.
James Bayliss, our reigning quiz champion. This is his 15th week, I believe. So very, very close.
It is very close.
Scotty Sherrington. Trevor Smith. Dang. Brendan South. We had a chat to on the in our latest video from the Carrabban Drags. Had a chat about his hamster.
With a HAMB, not HAMS. Not that sort of hamster. Yeah.
JRM, Rob, how we going? I'm getting there. Getting
Still
close.
Still
Mum's in the chat. Unusual to see her in the chat on a Thursday night.
Normally
these
working.
days.
Normally working.
Mm-hmm. Jay-Z Life. Dave Ray. Jason Hot Rod Carpenter.
Hey.
Good to meet you at Carrabban as well. Huggy.
I blame Tyler if there wasn't enough shots. I don't even know. Did they get in there at all, Tyler?
I'm not sure.
We might have to do a whole nother Carrabban video. I don't even think the mini. I didn't see like the mini bloody hot rod things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you forgot them too.
Mm-hmm. Brendan Finnegan.
Everyone wanted more of the flag girls too.
Reaper Lux, Aaron.
Finnegan, g'day. Related. Hit the likes, guys.
Yeah, hit the like. I'll get there soon. I'll get to the bottom of these comments. Paige.
Mallory Holly. Go and give her a like over there as well. G'day. How you going?
Carnage.
The Hoff.
Or Carnage 3, as the wheel likes to say.
Well, all right.
G'day, Hoff. How you going? Zig.
G'day, brother.
Matty Good.
In his new HJ shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's wearing it watching tonight.
Craig O, how you going?
I think he might have a cool HJ shirt coming out too. Kinger.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to wait and see. But all right, are we on? We're on.
Paulie's
with the show
volunteering as a flag girl next year.
now. Yeah.
G'day, Skid
Do
Pig.
well. All right. What have we got to talk about tonight? We've got some. By the way, Hoff, I actually made sure that I took your prizes that we owe you to Rail Racing, and I didn't see you there. So yes, it was called off, but I expected to see you there anyway. But they're still in the car, so there you go. We've got a bit going on, haven't we? We've got a lot going on at the moment.
Yeah.
A heap of events coming up that we're locked in for. So
Yeah, very busy over the next couple of months.
Yeah.
We got Matt Surrey this weekend.
Yeah, so Matt Surrey, we'll be out there. We've got Rocky Nats coming up. We're prepping for that. What else we got?
We got
Kenda.
And
Coming
we've
up,
got the Aroma 1/8 mile showdown.
So
Hosted by Addictive Events.
are we racing? We're filming? What are we doing?
Dunno
We'll be
yet.
live streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So bit of
Thought
news
about
on that
racing,
front.
but see what happens.
Yeah.
Hoff was on his way when it got cancelled. There you go.
There you go. Oh well. At least they're in the car there now. They're not in my office, so I'm halfway closer to getting them to you.
G'day, Stephen Lever.
G'day, mate. G'day.
Did
Matt
12
has
hours,
donuts coming up as
12
well.
hours prep on Supra for nothing.
Oh, true. Well, it's on again. I think for the.
G'day, Shane. How you
the
going? We've been well.
12th? Is it on? Was it the 12th, Tyler?
What was this, sorry?
Roll racing. It's on.
I can't remember.
Yeah, next Friday.
Oh,
There's
there you
another
go.
one we got.
Mm.
We've got to get out there for that.
On a Friday. It's normally Saturday.
Yeah, but this is the catch up from the rained out one.
Yeah.
So
G'day, Dingus.
I don't know whether we'll film or what we'll do yet. Nothing planned on that front yet, is there? So I went out to the last one just to hang out, but then I started filming things.
Mm.
Did you notice that on all the memory cards?
Yeah, I did.
You were like, "What's this?"
Yeah.
It didn't get
Yeah.
much because it was then called off.
Dingus says, "G'day, legends." There's just three legends looking at each other today.
Yep,
Yeah.
us three hanging out. Yeah, no. So
Or maybe we can say there's 43 legends looking at each other.
there
Or
is
44.
44 now. You
Or
counting?
Counting us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hit the thumbs up. Is there 44 likes yet?
Don't know.
40.
Can't see the likes on here.
Oh. Anyway, Johnny we'll have a
welded the
few
new
other
diff.
events in there as well, right?
Yeah.
That's just what we've
Just
got
a couple
locked in.
let it in there when we see them pop up.
And then there's other stuff that we'll be doing in between. So
And then also events that we'll just go and hang out at and have a chat to people because
we want
you
to go.
can't forget to do that.
Want to go do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Cryptics, how you going?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, as I was saying, Johnny welded the diff together, new diff.
Uh-huh.
He's now just to put it
Good to
together and get it in the ute.
Excellent. Good to go. Good to go. Yeah, so we've got all that stuff going on. We mentioned actually I'll talk about that in a sec. Let's quickly do the shout outs. Don't forget, get on the website, support us. We've got Schumacher products, we've got Binder, we've got a range of merch. There's like a heap of different shirts now, and all bits and pieces. So and then we're going into a whole nother segment that this was not what I was thinking about when I was saying, and we'll move on to that. But we do have this segment.
What are you
watching?
What are you watching?
What are you watching?
What are you watching?
What are you watching? Oh, look
Tell
at
us.
We're watching
What are you
something.
watching?
Look at that. Is there something actually recorded and made for this now?
No, we were just yelling that out then.
So what are we watching? Now, we've got a call out the other day. Steve sent me a message and said, Crazy VN Steve sent me a message and said, you've been doing this what are you watching segment, but maybe you should like put them all in Discord so that they could see them and go watch them.
Yep.
Because, by the time the end of the show, I guess you forget what we were talking about.
I did make a channel in there so people can also post what they're watching.
And we can check those out as well.
There's already two in there.
There you go.
We got one from Brad. Brad's watching Finnegan's Garage.
Yes.
He's building up his sweet C10. And James Bayless has been watching I Do Cars. He's liking the tear downs to see what the damages are.
I haven't seen that, so I'll have to check that out. And Finnegan's, I've been
G'day,
waiting a
Mad
long time
Dad.
for that C10 to happen. G'day, mate. G'day.
Mad Dad says, Dave, where's Dave's blue war paint? Freedom.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. So what are we watching? We do this. What have you been watching? This is from you, Tyler. What have you been watching?
Watching Kit Boga. Both of mine are related this week because this might be a spoiler for the second one, but this guy, he scams scammers.
Yep.
So he gets a scammer on the line and he wastes their time, or he goes in, hacks their computer or whatever, and I find it pretty interesting because I hate scammers and they're like a bit of a plague. I don't get scammed myself, but they do annoy you. I still get emails from them, you know.
So he's a scammer to the scammers.
Yeah, so he wastes their time. So one of them I watched recently, he pretended that he had a ransomware virus while the scammer was inside of his computer, and he just went and he pretended to buy these gift cards, and he was entering in the gift card codes to pay off the ransomware virus. So the scammer got nothing. He's like, oh, thank God you told me to buy those gift cards.
Well, I watched one where he where they deposited too much money into his bank account.
Yeah.
$15,000 too much or something, and he had to go and. But they're like, oh no, don't just transfer it back. Go draw it out in $100 notes and do this and whatnot. But then in the end, it was then by Apple gift cards. And then he's like, come back and go, I could only get 10 grand's worth. I couldn't get 15 grand. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Just keep the other 5, you know. And, we're from Microsoft, but send us $10,000 worth of Apple gift cards. And then he has gone and he made it look like he did a fake website and everything. So he'd gone on and bought, because they're accessing his computer so they could see it. And he went on and bought an Apple Mac, a $10,000 Mac Pro. And said, no, I bought you a gift. This is way better. I bought you a Mac Pro. You're in business and you need one of these. And I was talking to my son and this is what you need. So I've bought you this. And they were just going off. Like he started losing it. And then these, he kept it going to for days and stuff. And he was ringing him from the Apple store and talking to he had someone else come in and on it. And he was the Apple store manager. And then they were arguing over returning this Mac Pro. And, right to the point that this guy's, going, no, you can't return it. I can only give you $900 back on your, $9,700 MacBook. and the scammer's like, oh, that'll do. Just take that. That's fine. Send me that. And it kept going, but it was pretty funny watching that. So, all right, and so we'll better talk the next one. What are you watching?
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 Tell us. What are you watching? Jim Browning.
The second one. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Also scammers.
Yep.
But what he does is he has a virtual machine that he gets that lets the scammer allow access to. They can't do anything on it because he's got nothing on it.
Mm-hmm.
And he lets them access that, and then he uses that connection to then reverse their connection to get inside their computer. And he looks at their files, and he can see how much money they're making, where they actually are. There's a lot of these ones they'll ring you up and they say, or you ring them up and they'll say, "Oh, I'm in California," but they're in New Delhi or.
He gets all their information. Actually, I have seen a Jim Browning one.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen one of his, and he supposedly, can't be sure, but he shut down the entire call center. So he got all their details. Like, he was able to get all the details of everyone they've ever scammed. It was like $500,000 worth over 3 years, and it was like a call center over in India somewhere, and. He got all their details, all the customers' details. He emailed everybody, told them you've been scammed, you need to go to your bank, blah, blah, blah. He emailed the banks that had all their money, their accounts, like he was chasing up. And then he got this thing that was like a call blaster.
Mm-hmm.
So the numbers for the call center, he just hits this thing and just rings them constantly. So they can't take any calls, they can't do anything. All it does is it rings them, and when they answer, there's just music playing. And then they were changing the numbers, like they had to get onto their carrier and they changed their numbers. But because he's on their computers, he could see them change their numbers. So they get their new numbers, and then he would just do it to that.
Yeah.
And, in the end, he's like talking to them and saying, I want you to shut down, or I was going to keep doing. They shut down. Of course, they probably just go and start up again somewhere else. But
well, there was one I watched recently, which was a similar sort of thing. It was one guy doing it.
Yep.
And then they eventually, a guy flew over there and actually went to this guy's house and confronted him. And then he was like, all right, I'll stop scamming. And then, like you said, a week later, he come back online again.
They do it again.
And you think, and there was one recently which was really cool. Is one to check out is he got into their CCTV system. So he was watching them while they're on the phone to him.
Yep.
And they're playing Pac-Man and stuff.
All right, we got some comments there.
I thought we were nearly on the next one.
No, not yet.
All right.
No comments. We're going to catch up.
Dang Dang says Tyler's gone down a YouTube wormhole.
Yes.
Shane says he's watching Mindy J, 93.
Yep.
And also Picnic
we
Media as well. We know both of those.
Yes. Definitely.
Dang Dang's been watching, Dad 67 Media.
Yep.
And Streetcar Culture. Got to support the Overtakers.
Definitely. Should be watching, everyone should be watching those guys.
Mm-hmm. Roy says, tell Binder to do a leather restorer kit, a proper one with dyes and stuff. Also do an autosole alternative. I get loads of requests.
Who was that?
Roy.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we've got the interior wax, and that does leather care and stuff, but not an autosole one. No, there's nothing for that. Brilliant Polish is probably the best one to get. You can get that from Willie's Wash and Wax.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess from Brilliant would be the other place. That's probably one of the best ones. I think Rob, actually, Custom Dream Industries, that you see in here as well, has Brilliant Polish.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably one of the best.
G'day, Crazy VN. How you going? It's all right. You're not too late.
Dad, how many drinks has Dave had? I don't even know that. So all I know is I did pretty well last week. I know Sally filled the fridge up, and then
it was empty.
Yeah, there was like 4 left, and she's like, "Where'd all that beer go?" I'm like, I don't know. I guess I had a few. I do not know. Anyway.
And James Bayless says, oh, yeah, that's a deep, dark hole.
Mm-hmm.
Dingus says, down a hole too deep, it's out the YouTube.
What about car content, Tyler? We've got some car content.
1 second, I'm getting through these.
Yep.
Paulie says OTL Nats when?
Yeah, we'll wait for Warwick to open back up. I think at this point.
Yep. Dad67 says new segment. Guess how many drinks Dave has had?
Yeah, that's what I was saying before.
Take 8. Mad Dad's been watching Vice Grip Garage
Yes.
to get in the right frame of mind to fix my Ford.
Yeah, you gotta get on it. Look out, check out your sparkulators.
Roy's been watching Freedom Factory, Skid Factory, and John Wick.
And John Wick.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
That's a good one. All right.
I'm ready. I'm
switch
ready.
back
I'm waiting
over.
for you.
Reaper Lux just started watching some James Nolan.
Oh, well. What are you watching?
What are you watching?
What are you watching? What are you watching?
Tell us. What are you watching? What are you watching?
Watching. Oh, yeah, I got to do slides. That's right. I forgot. That's my job.
James Nolan.
James Nolan. How's that? Yeah.
Been watching his stuff about the 180 and
Bringing his missus' car.
and the fire he had, and I got a good tip out of his latest video actually talking about insurance companies.
Right. Tell us.
And insurance policies and stuff, and talking about, you need to, it's sort of something you never really think about. Well, maybe some of you do, but not everyone always thinks about the fact that you need to renew your policy every year and think about, is my car going up in value? Is it selling for more now? So that's something that I'm going to take a bit of homework for myself and go and ring up Shannon's and see what we can talk about with the agreed value of my car, because it's definitely gone up from where it is now.
Your value currently on your car is half.
Yeah, of what people are listing them for.
Yes. Now, the problem is a lot of insurance companies don't recognise COVID tax.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still talking red book values when nothing's on those prices. So, yeah. It's going to be dramas. James says, "Where's the Eco Boot? Maybe Eco Boost. Maybe what he's talking about. Eco Boost. I still have that. There you go. Eco Boost.
Maybe it's from the spark plugs road assist.
Oh,
I had the sound turned down.
and I don't see the
We'll play it
screen.
back. Spark plugs roadside
Helping a
assist.
stranded Beck and supporting Overtaking Lane. Hell yeah, fellas, bring on the memberships.
Yes, we were meant to do a video tonight because we need a video before it'll let us
Because
do that.
we were meant to do it on Saturday.
Yes, because we were going to do it after the show last time.
Yeah.
And you were like, no, let's just do it Saturday.
Yeah.
And then we didn't do it Saturday.
Mm.
And then I thought, we should do it before the show tonight. And we just didn't do it. It took a while to set up, I guess. But we didn't do it.
Reaper Lux says, Tyler, update your fuel system. James Nolan in brackets.
Yeah, there you go. James Nolan. Check out James Nolan.
Trevor Smith changes
He'll be
his
out of Matsuri for sure.
Trevor Smith changes his car insurance prices maybe twice a year.
There you go. He's all over it.
Ardiz says, yeah, you need to do that with Shannon's. I have to sort it for the super every year, but it's good. I get the super covers and my daily for $120 a month.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's less than what I pay currently.
I think I'm at the point now with the HJ, they've got to come out and view it to be able to put it up any further.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have salvage rights, which I think would help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's also another thing he mentioned is salvage rights. Ask about salvage rights because it's not something they'll tell you about, but it's something you can get.
Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly how that all works. Look, I guess they don't just pay. I guess they don't pay you out and you get all the stuff and get to sell it for the same plus, do they? They probably charge you something.
I think it's in your bill.
Yeah, right.
Because otherwise you can buy it back
out.
from them at generally the price that you insure it for.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever they see them listed for, I guess.
Yep.
At that point, it's not their market value then.
Well, none of mine are market value, no.
Yeah,
All
but
agreed.
I mean, they won't sell it back to you for what market value is, what they call market value. Because maybe their market value on a HJ is like $1,000 because that's what everyone's putting in through it, TMR and stuff.
Well, I've got to definitely suss it out. Evening, Shane Kane. Evening.
Reaper Lux says, try having a Lux like mine and having a red book of 3K.
Yeah, yes, that's got to be difficult. That's a good point. Yeah, that makes it really hard. Oh, what else are we watching?
Good question.
Oh, it is, isn't it? We should ask that.
What are you watching?
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 Tell us. What are you watching?
Well, it's what I'm going to be
This
watching.
is your one entry this week.
It's what I'm going to be watching. And if I had have not realised some things last week, I probably would have talked about something else, which was the fact that KO Sports, this has nothing to do with what I'm got up on the screen. You can come back to us though, but KO Sports last week, and it's an ongoing thing, has a thing called freebies now.
Okay.
So you do not have to sign up. It doesn't cost you anything. And I know people have got like $5 through Telstra and stuff like that, but it costs you nothing for freebies. And last week they had Bathurst for free on KO.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So, so while I was working, I got 2 monitors. So I played Bathurst on one monitor, and then worked on the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. It made
was pretty good for Red Bull.
made my day more entertaining.
It was a good weekend for Red Bull.
It was a very good weekend for Red Bull. That was on the Friday, so I watched the practice and all the rest of it. I didn't get to see the races on the weekend because I was busy, but unfortunately I got carried away doing other stuff and out at Coralbin and whatnot. I would love to watch the racing, but it was there. But I did enjoy my Friday at work having Bathurst on. I don't think I've ever got to watch Bathurst while working. I think I got more done too. I was like more efficient. So tomorrow, then where I'm going with that, there's a point in that. And if you flick back that slide quickly, well, bang shift tomorrow at, I think it's like 7 o'clock. It's in about 12 or 13 hours. There's a live on at EcoBoost.
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 Dingus dropped us $5 through Super Chat. Thanks, Dingus.
Thank you.
The alert came through before the Super Chat did for me.
That's unusual. There you go. Normally goes the other way.
So usually like 5 minutes later, the alert comes through.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.
And so Bang Shift tomorrow morning has got Tucson Dragway. So that's on in the morning live.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, so drag racing.
Mm.
It's better than live drag racing. There's only one
Being
thing
there.
better than live drag
Being
racing.
at the drag racing.
Filming live drag racing.
Or being at live drag racing, filming it.
Yeah.
Live drag racing.
Yeah. Watching live drag racing on Overtaking Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which could fall into our next story.
Mm-hmm.
You got any more comments? Because that's a segue.
People talking about insurance.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's a segue there about a chat, I guess, just a chat of what else we've been up to this week.
Mm-hmm.
But we're starting the journey on upgrading to a multi-camera live stream.
I thought maybe that was a slide then.
Well, hopefully we'll have some of this stuff in action for that. So, there, right there. What's that camera, Tyler? That will be the new track camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's a good picture there or not, guys. You can be the judge whether that's giving you a good picture. But that's no more phone camera for live streaming.
It's a camera.
Camera. So we've got a bit more equipment to come, but we've thanks to you guys supporting the show, where your donations, your wheel money donations, your merchandise, buying Schumacher, binder. Where that goes to is this equipment, and we bought $3,000 worth of gear this week. So previously it bought all this stuff live, the microphones, got the sound better. Now we've spent about $3,000 this week on just getting the camera set up, the HDMI. Hang on, we've got deliveries coming. We got the HDMI transmitter, wireless transmitters, wireless microphones.
James Bale says, "Quick, someone there, get the answers for the quiz."
Yeah, we've got a heap of gear coming, and that should give us our first camera in a multi-camera live stream. That is wireless that we can use at a track. Yes, we've got a multi-camera live stream like right now.
But it's not very possible to do at a track
Yeah,
because we need to have cords running across the drag track, which is not very practical.
Yeah, I could. We could do a shot of some of what we got. You want me to do a swing round behind the scenes?
You can if you want. This is the switcher. No one can hear what you're saying, by the way. So over there's the two cameras. There's the two cameras that we also use for filming on a weekend and at events and whatnot.
Eco Boost.
Oh, we got another Eco Boost.
Buy the fucking camera, will ya?
Dad 67 Media has dropped us $5. Buy the fucking camera, will ya? Over there, you get the Ute on the what SPI are you on over there? Is that the SPI 3 or is that a bigger one? Is that the SPI 6? That's the SPI 6. You can pick one of those up. A bit of a shameless plug on overtakinglane.com.au/shop, I think it is. There's all the Schumacher there for everyone, and binder, and some Overtaking Lane drying towels. Check them out. Roy says Rode does a real good wireless lapel mic. We've got a couple coming very soon.
Yeah, so we've that'll be part of the setup. We've already got the wireless goes that we don't use too often, but these ones you can now get a multi one. There's a wireless go 2. So we'll have one that'll get the car sound on the track, and then we'll have one where this splitter system sits to do proper commentary.
Yep.
So that's the plan. So there you go. There's a bit of behind the scenes. I don't know. Was that interesting for everyone? Having a look at that?
James says mint.
Um,
Roy says Sheddy McShedface makes an appearance. Brad says full shed live feed. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So but the idea is so that camera that we'll have
G'day,
there,
Iris.
as you can see, does the zoom and everything. G'day, Iris. It has the zoom and everything. We'll be able to zoom into the time boards, which we couldn't do with the phone because it's too clunky. Yeah. So.
Dad 67 it says, is that the non-approved council wall?
Yeah, that's this one. Yeah. That side's fine. That one over that side's okay. It's this one. That's the problem. So,
Scott says, what wall? I see no wall.
yeah. So we've got some paperwork going in for that now. Trying to get there. Trying to make it happen. It's about another... Yeah, that's not out of the channel money. That's out of my money. And, I've got about $5,000 worth of fees and applications and relaxations. And, and it could all be knocked back. And it could be a waste of $5,000. That's what hurts. So, currently none of this shed actually has power. And I did have $5,000 to be able to spend on power. We run it off an extension lead at the moment. But it's going to stay on the extension lead because we're using that money to do that. So, but yeah, that's a bit
Trevor
of a...
says zooming on the phone with sunscreen fingers isn't fun. Well, you got it easy now. It's very good.
Yeah. So we've got a proper setup there for that. So we're going to hopefully make it all happen. This is...
Mallory says that's grouse to see some of the behind the scenes. Thanks for showing us.
Yeah, no worries. So
Ardiz likes the cross view angle.
Yeah, something just a little bit different.
Gives us a bit of a shot of Dave as well.
But
Scotty says Curry McCarport face.
We hope that that's about it.
Johnny says it's a closed-in carport.
There'll be always a free live feed for the drags and stuff as well. So that was something that we said we'd do at the start, and Tyler will never let that change. So, but we have the ability to put logos and stuff on there. So we'll probably reach out to some people and see if we can get sponsors, and then that should help us get to the next step, which will be adding 3 more cameras. And then possibly a bigger switcher that can...
2 more cameras.
2 more cameras, yep, sorry. And then we can go to a bigger switcher as well. But and then from there, upgrading the quality of the cameras as well. So just to get better low light and stuff like that,
Mhm.
bigger sensors and whatnot. But we can get it going for within our budget at the moment. We can
Yeah.
make it happen. So, yeah, that's the progress. There
Mm-hmm.
you go. And we will be able to bring you, once everything arrives and we start getting it all working, we'll be able to bring you events like On the Slide,
Mhm.
which is On the Slide, Tyler. That's your job.
Oh, I think you said on the slope. I was like, what's on the slope? I got, all right, I'll just agree with you. What event's on the slope?
So this is an
Kenda.
event that was just on.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we do have them coming back to Queensland.
Mm-hmm. Very, very soon.
So Kenda did reach out to us, but it was just too late for us to get there. And I think it was, talking to Scott, it was just because they didn't really know if it was going to go ahead, and they were a bit worried about the COVID stuff and whatnot and back and forward. And they invited us to come down and film it. They would love that, but we couldn't get time off work.
Mm-hmm.
So we couldn't get there. It was just too late notice for us. And but we did lock in to be out.
Dis
in
says,
April.
well, if I win the lotto, I'll sort yours out.
Thanks, mate. I think there's some good lotto on tonight, 20 mil or something, isn't there? But yeah, they said make sure you're available for the next one at Willowbank then, and that's no issue for us. So,
G'day, corn-fed boost. Says, hey, fellas, missed you at Rolls.
mate, I did say good day. I don't know if you realised it was me, and I was standing right behind you when you were signing in. But yeah, we what was I going on about? Oh yeah, so we'll definitely be doing Kenda, and we'll have that live stream set up for that. We're going to have it there for road trip as well at Roma. So and they'll be 2 weekends in a row, aren't they? Kenda and then road trip.
Yeah.
So that's all at the end of April.
Jamie Wheelnuts, how you
Hey,
going?
mate.
Says,
Hey.
just looking up the origin of the term drag racing. Interesting.
Oh, there you go. It's nothing to do with, what's it? Rapal's drag race. That comes up when you search
RuPaul.
drag racing news. That comes up all the time.
Brad says, what's the dates for the next Kenda event up here?
It's the second last weekend of April. So if I look at my calendar, that will be.
Roy says the Panasonics don't need great light.
That one is a Panasonic. So yeah, no, it is good. I'll say it's around the 23rd and 24th of April. At a guess off the top of my head. I believe that's right. I'll have to check Kenda. Maybe it's in our story. Anyway, let's talk about Kenda Sydney. It wasn't, they still, it was washed out a bit.
Yeah.
So there probably wasn't great live footage if we had gone down. Right? It was a bit of a washout. They did have some live feeds on their Facebook page, but there was rain and it didn't really happen as planned, but they did still deliver a bit of action, right?
Johnny's entered into Fridays.
Oh, yeah,
Good
we've got
stuff.
Fridays as well. That's just coming up in a couple of weeks.
Need to give me car a good service before then.
Yep. So we've talked to Chris and see if we can get some Gulf oil. But yeah, so there was some pretty cool runs out there. It was Johnny Habib. He had a massive wheelie, as you would have saw in that picture.
And in this video that they'll get to see right now.
Let's check it out. Oh no, don't turn it down. It just sounds so good. Wow. How good's that? How good's that wheelie? I assume it was really good. I've watched the video earlier, but I can't see it now. But I have watched them already. Yeah, that was pretty good. There's some.
Do you have more slides, or is it just the one slide?
Oh, I may have more slides.
There you go. Race Parts Melbourne car. Johnny Ricker showed he was on his game. Karting the fast speed over the 8th from a turbo radial car in Australia with 203.03 mile per hour on the back of a 3965.
There's some pictures from the end story from the dragnews.com.au wrap up of the event. And Cackling Pipes the photos in Sydney down there. So,
Jay-Z Life says all these good events and no car.
Mate, got to get it happening. Back to Fridays.
Johnny says April 9th. Yeah, I think every weekend we have something on in April then.
Yep.
Just about.
What about Craig?
Mum says in the chat, hopefully I get to take the ute for a run at Fridays.
Yeah, it's going all good now. So, what about Craig Burns in the blown Mustang? Did a 3895 at 192 mile an hour. So 3 second pass.
Let's take a look at it. 1 second. Let me get the shot lined up.
Show us it, mate. Show us it.
There we go.
We're keen to see.
All right.
Whoa. There you go. Not bad at all. What else we got? Castle Hill Performance Mazda RX-3, mate.
Mm-hmm.
That thing, I believe, quickest and fastest pass on 275 radials in Australia.
Yep, that would be correct. The twin turbo big block Chev, smacking down a 4.155 at 186 mile an hour.
They give us any footage of that one?
They certainly did.
Let's check that out as well. Tyler lines it up.
Very, very quick.
186.
Mate, not bad at all, is it? You got Harley Hamilton, only done a handful of passes previously. In the Mustang out there, got into the threes as well. There's a run of that one as well. Bloody
Very,
good run.
Very quick.
And then the new car to Australia, the Pontiac Firebird.
The Pro-Charged
Pontiac
Firebird of Danny Sabolics and Frank Marchese.
Yep.
Out of Dandy Engines. They stepped up every pass to eventually finish with a 4:02.194.
Not bad at all.
Let's have a look at the video of this one. And Lewis is in chat talking about this one. This car was insane, gorgeous as well.
Yeah. Not bad, eh? Very, very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
They had the bikes out there as well. There was a heap of action, just the usual Kenda stuff that you get to see. So
Yeah.
Rob, Custom
Well,
Dream
not only
Industries.
that as well, you got the twin turbo 481X Pro line, George Josefsky's stunning Lexus. A team are creeping up on the tune. That's the former record-holding Icano racing machine.
Okay, there you go.
And in the story here, round 2, Willowbank Raceway, April 22nd to 24th.
There you go. That was about when I said, wasn't it?
I think so.
I was just saying, Rob from Custom Dream Industries is just
G'day,
arrived.
Rob.
So, mentioned you before, said I think you might have Brilliant car polish. You might sell that. There's a question for you. He's asking a quick question himself, but there you go. Question back at you. So pretty cool. Pretty cool
that
stuff.
was the other thing I forgot to mention in What Are You Watching?
Oh, wow.
Was the SpaceX launch this morning.
Oh, you've been watching that?
Yeah, I watched that live this morning.
Oh.
Watched them land the rocket for the first time.
Oh, not blow them up.
Mm.
But they've already done satellites, right? They've already got satellites up.
Yes. Yeah, this is a new thing. They're talking passenger rockets and being able to fly them up and then land them back down. So they flew this one up 10 kilometres, put it into a belly flop, and then about 500 metres above the ground, they activate the engines again and it flips itself up and lands down.
Ah.
I'll have to show you the video after the show.
Rob
certainly does. He says, yes, sir, I do.
There you go. And what space movie was made in 1992? Space Cowboys. Or 92. Maybe what was the one with Bruce Willis and the asteroids coming towards Earth, and Armageddon. There's another one. What year was that? It might have been later on.
Let's have a look. What year was Armageddon made?
That was later on.
1998.
It was 98. Oh, okay, so 92. So go back before that.
Rob says it blew up 10 minutes after it landed. Well, there you go. I didn't continue watching. I watched and saw it land, and then I was like, oh, that's sweet. And went, oh, I got a work meeting.
Oh, it still blew up.
They landed it, though.
What was the one with Tim Allen? I don't remember that. Wasn't that like Spy Kids? I don't know. So they'll land it. You got 10 minutes to get out before it blows up. Who's in?
Well, there was a fire when it landed. I didn't watch any further of what happened with the fire.
Have you worked out what it was? Google it. What space movie in 1992?
Yeah, that's a meme.
Eh?
It's a meme.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'll show you later.
Ah, okay. I gotta Google it. There you go. All right. Guessing is more fun. That's it. That was Kenda. So, yeah, don't forget Kenda. And if you can't make it to Kenda, then we'll be streaming it all live. And hopefully, well, with one camera of our multi-camera live stream setup, we're going to save up for the second camera.
Yeah.
We'll get there eventually. But we'll have one camera. That gets us part of the way there.
Mm-hmm.
And we're hoping that we'll might also be able to have the switcher upstairs in the media room where we will see the 60-foot times and all that and be able to talk about those in the commentary.
Mm-hmm.
That could be impressive.
All right, excellent.
That's my job.
Hydrolink Top Fuel Dragster takes aim at Sydney Dragway track record.
Top Fuel. It's just good to see Top Fuel back out on track.
Mm-hmm. Jim Reed Racing and the Hydrolink Top Fuel Dragster will return to the track for the first time in over a year this Friday and Saturday at Sydney Dragway.
One thing, I actually saw someone commenting about Top Fuel Racing in America.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they were talking about Top Fuel Racing in a 32-car field.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Like, what have you seen, Tyler? A 4-car field?
Yeah, maybe like 4 or maybe at most 5, I think.
Yeah.
Probably one of the biggest ones I've been to.
Yeah. But a 32-car Top Fuel field. That's amazing.
Mm.
That'd be awesome. So, that's what just made me think how good it is to see the Top Fuel returning back to the track, and hopefully we see some big meets now that the borders are open and stuff, and they can start to travel again, and hopefully we'll see them back together, not just out there taking on the challenge of trying to go for the records, but competing against each other is what we want to see.
So Phil Reed will be piloting the 500 km/h capable race car at Full Throttle Friday, and the team are looking forward to testing on a brand new all-concrete racing surface. So crew chief Bruce Reed was keen to get some data on the freshly poured strip, which has so far received rave reports. I'm expecting the new track surface to be as good as what we would see at Willowbank for the Winter Nationals. Bruce said whatever Sydney Dragway has been doing for the last 2 or 3 seasons has been exceptional. And if they apply that to the new racing surface, I don't expect it to be anything less than perfect. The last time that the Nitro Fuel dragster ran at Sydney Dragway, they emerged with a new track record of 3.802 seconds. Bruce said nothing has been changed since those runs. We're not trying anything new, so if we can repeat the times we were running in January last year, we'll be very happy. If the 3799 were to come up on those readout boards, obviously we would be over the moon.
Impressive stuff. They do say that they're highly dependent on people and their crew, don't they? So
yes.
And you see that, like there's a big crew to run these things. A lot of money goes into them, and we hope to see more of them getting out. And if they do come, please make sure you support them and get trackside. Get your backside trackside. Yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Next
They're
slide.
looking forward to Willowbank's Super Thunder event in April.
Well, don't know.
That's when the championship resumes.
It'd be nice to be able to go live stream that.
I don't think we would be able to, though.
No.
Maybe we can go and watch that.
Maybe if everybody messages Willowbank and says, "Can Overtaking Lane live stream it?" I'll start going, maybe we should let them. So.
Yeah, everyone go and send an email to them.
Yeah. Otherwise, if the track doesn't let us, then we're like back to doing it off a camera in the stand. off a phone in the stand.
Yeah.
So I don't think they could stop us doing that, but it's not as good. Anyway, moving on. What other? We got a bit of drag racing news tonight, and I thought I'd throw a few different stories in around it and talk a bit of street outlaws here, mate. So Daily Dave's new and improved Goliath Chevy 2. You was putting it to me.
Yeah. You watch Street Outlaws a lot more than I do, so.
No, I got nothing. That's it.
Oh.
I was just reading the headlines. No doubt the cars featured on Discovery Channel's reality hit Street Outlaws have come a long way from the days of the first seasons. But and the show does get criticised a lot as well because there's obviously some level of what do you call that? Like
dramatization.
Yeah, that's it. I was thinking like theaterism. That's not a word, is it? Is theaterism the word? I've just made that up. That's mine. I'm owning that. Can I make money off my word? No. But I'm so sidetracked now. But his new car, we'll see where he ends up with this. But it certainly does look quite impressive, and he's a pretty good driver as well. You're looking up the word theaterism?
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
No, I didn't think so, mate.
There was someone who said, "What does the word theaterism mean?" And someone said, "It is theatrical."
There you go. So it's got a complete Proline Racing Hemi from Pro Modified Racer. Randy Weatherford is where they've got the engine from, with a Pro Charger F3X 140 out front. And apparently that engine's previously done 1/8 mile in 3:59.
Yeah, wow, very quick.
So we'll see what he brings to the table with that for those fans of Street Outlaws. So there you go. What else have we got? We'll talk actually something else out of the Midwest in America is a drag racing series about to air. On MAV TV, Motorsports Network. And I think I threw this in there because this was actually my segue to talk about us doing our live.
Oh, you've already talked about that anyways.
But we've done that. But yeah, they're doing this is what you could expect. You know, there's they're doing a drag racing series here. They have Motorsport Networks in the States, which would be certainly helpful to have some more stuff like that here. But we do have YouTube, and if we can bring some stuff for free, well, then it'll make the difference over here.
Definitely.
but over there, there's a heap of events on as well. So there's 8, I think, different events going to be shown on that platform. So, does it tell us what events? 6 different tracks, 5 different states. 1/8 mile drag racing competition spotlights many different classes of cars, top alcohol, funny car, pro mods, and top dragster.
There you go. I can tell you the season opener for the Midwest Drag Racing Series is on March 1920 at Extreme Raceway Park in Ferris, Texas.
There you go.
Friday's qualifying and Saturday's elimination rounds will be shown live on MFV TV+. G'day, Daniel. Daniel Ward in the chat. Hey, guys, late
G'day,
to the
mate.
party.
G'day, mate.
I think he had his first wheel stand on the weekend.
That was one. We should have showed that one, that video on here. Earlier, we were looking at a few different bits and pieces from Kenda, and hopefully we'll have a bit of live footage of him at the next one. So, but yeah, all right. What else we got? What else have we got, mate? Any other comments there before we move to the next story?
What else are we guarding?
No?
Doesn't quite work for what else have we got.
No, it doesn't.
Reaper Lock says, hard to relate with America in what they consider a streetcar. It is a bit.
They get away with a hell of a lot.
Jamie Wilnut says, thanks for the interest. Horses dragging sleighs is one theory.
On the origins of drag racing. Yes. I'm tracking.
Roy says, whatever happened to all those Ford Pursuit cars they had a year ago?
Good question. Don't know. I was thinking of today, Jamie Wheelnuts, and I thought we could there could be an episode of Overtaking Lane where we just go and pick up your car and take it to a shop. We'll just go get his car and say, like, take it up to Armstrong Autos or something and drop it in for him. I'm not paying for it. He's still got to pay for it. He's got to pay the bill. Jamie Wheelnuts.
Oh, yeah.
He really needs to do something with his car. You know, and we can be like...
We know someone who does a lot of stuff with KEs.
Well, that's true too. Jamie's got to foot the bill to whatever we do, but, you know, we spend all that money on cameras. But yeah, no, we could drive it there and drop it off for him. Just make him do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We could be the motivator, I guess, is what we'll do in this story. We'll see how
Paulie says a streetcar in the USA is anything that rolls down the street, including full-built drag cars. Have you seen Lut's car?
Yeah. Yes. Yep, definitely.
See you, Carnage.
See you, mate. Have a good day.
Daniel says a big PB, 540 at 129, and a huge wheel stand scraped the bumper. Bit of damage, but I'll be up and running again in a few weeks.
Was it... I bet it was a bit of a shock. We weren't expecting that, hey? Mate, brilliant stuff. Excellent. Now, what was I up to? Oh, we were got a whole nother story. So, whole nother story. We got... we're going to talk about slides. Slides, Tom.
Slides. We're going to talk about slides.
We're going to talk about slides. Here's
They're a type of thong that you can wear on your feet.
Here's a cool picture. What do you reckon is in that car there, Tyler?
A Buick V6.
Yeah, you are correct.
Yeah, I can tell just from the picture. Definitely not the headline.
That's Dave Fiskus, and he's been running this thing in lights out events over there. So, but look, we give the Mangers a lot of curry here. And Cornfed Boost, if he's still here, obviously he's out there doing some stuff with the Mang and showing what they can do. And the Hoff might, bring us something with Kevin and show us what it can do. But this is what it can do. Fiskus has been running 450s in this thing. So now that's just impressive for what it is. So... it is a Buick V6, and I think it's got a 76mm precision turbo on it as well. Built and turbo 400.
Yep.
So that's what pushes that thing down the track, and I think they're going to push it for a bit more as well. So they're They've gone into the 470s with it. Or actually, sorry, it went into the 470s, I think, in the original Buick. So, which was a 3,300 pound car, and now they've taken it and put it into this, which is about 750 pounds lighter. So
they're also building a new car for X275 that will be lightweight, low to the ground, and they wanted to see what this power plant will do with a lighter car. If we could even compete in X275, that car will be a 250 pounds lighter than this other one as well.
And going to run an 88mm turbo. So, there you go. Don't be afraid of the...
Dang says mang till she bangs.
Yes, that's right.
James Bayless says fun's out till the rod's out.
It's amazing what they're getting out of these now. So, and there's plenty of them in Australia, right? So, yeah, don't discount them. I know they sound a bit funky when you hear the wet weather out and they're running down the street, but not when you put a 88mm turbo in it.
You talk about hearing mang-mangs and stuff, but when it rains, then down the street from my house, I hear like RBs and JZs and V8s going. Yeah,
it rained here yesterday, the day before.
Another delivery.
And it rained here yesterday, the day before, and all I heard was the V6. I'm like, I never hear V6s in this street. Now it's rained and they're here. It's like calls them out. But there you go. That was the whole reason I put that one in, was just for the mang. I don't know if there's anything else in that story to mention, but I just thought I'd throw it in there and show what they're doing with it.
Matty Goods off, got an early start. No worries. Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers, mate.
Chat
Thank
soon.
you.
Too easy.
There you go.
Very cool.
I reckon you might have another video for us in the next story.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't tell me about this one.
Yeah, I did. Actually, I did.
Did you?
Yep. So this is a story about you can do a shot of the slide or something if you want in the meantime.
Sorry, I got the video ready when we're ready.
I'm tangled in a cord. How did that happen? So this is two funny cars in New Zealand.
Oh.
So yeah, we're back from the States. We're talking New Zealand now. A couple of funny cars over
Closer
there.
to home.
Nostalgia
funny cars.
Yeah, this was Nostalgia Drags, and they're going for a bit of a wild ride.
This is the video is titled "Funny Car Chaos." Let's watch the video before we chat about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. His old mate's still into it with the shoots out.
Yeah, wouldn't he? He'd give it shaky in the back end there.
Yeah, his old mate at the start line too, nearly straight across.
Go again. Just another look.
And into the deep end. Oh. And into the sand.
Yep, all the way to the end. Not bad. So yeah, I just thought I'd bring that. Was a little story I found on Dragzine. So dragzine.com. Check that out. It's in the show notes in somewhere on where do you find show notes on podcasts?
It's like the description.
Ah, yeah, it's in that.
The Hoff says Grandpa sounds less moo and more exotic on the road. It's savage a bit also.
Oh yeah. We'll be looking forward to a video tomorrow on that, definitely. So, I think it sounded all right.
Scotty S says wet weather performance enhancement. Dave, it's good for 100 horsepower in your main.
Yes, yeah. I can't say that I haven't been there.
Throttle hung open.
Scary stuff, though, isn't it?
Stuck throttle, says Reaper.
Yeah, so the nostalgias. What's it tell us in the story? So
it says nostalgia funny cars are a handful to drive, and that's what has endeared them to fans for decades. You really never know what one of these fabulous floppers will do. Masterton Motorplex International Drag Strip in New Zealand played host to the Auckland Invasion, where a healthy contingent of nostalgia floppers came out to play. And a couple of the drivers played just a little too hard. The Auckland Invasion is a big event on the drag racing scene in New Zealand, so there's always plenty of cars for fans to check out. And every racer puts on a good show.
Yeah, Jason says never lift. He didn't. So.
G'day, Terry.
Hey, mate. G'day. How are you? Mate, I believe you can't make Roma. That'll be disappointing to miss seeing you there. But maybe you'll make Kenda the weekend before.
Pete's Deep End Drags who captured the footage. I was at the top end of the track and caught all the insanity that occurred during this run. Right off the bat, Forky went for a wild ride when his car made a wild right turn just past the Christmas tree. Thankfully, he was able to gather the car back and didn't make contact with Seeb. But that didn't mean Seeb was in the free and clear. At the top end of the track, just after he pulled his chutes, his car began to accelerate again while fishtailing violently. Thankfully, he was able to regain control of his car, but the extra acceleration led to his chutes not slowing the car down enough, so he made a quick trip to the beach.
Yes, in the sand. There you go. And I don't know if Maui's still counting. Where are we up to? Are you keeping up? Who's keeping up?
Terry says date's wrong. I tried.
Date's wrong for Roma, but Kenda's the weekend prior. Just saying. You could make that one. So, all right. More stories? That's about all the drag racing news I had.
Good amount of drag racing news this week.
I did pretty good on it. Normally I only
Johnny's
get like one or two stories.
EcoBoost is the liquid horsepower.
Yes. We're lucky to get one or two stories of drag racing news, and yeah, a few different ones and some stuff out of the States. But yeah, that's all right. That's all right. So where are we at? We got another story. We got another slide, Tyler. So it should be okay. Terry says should be okay for Kenda.
There we go.
There we are. All right. Next story.
Porsche.
Well, that's a long way from drag racing, isn't it?
Why you might still be driving V8s and sports cars well into the future.
Now, normally we have, the obligatory electric car story around this point of the evening.
Yep. Oh, we already talked about this a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, synthetic fuels.
Oh, I was probably drunk. Did we really?
Yeah, synthetic fuels are.
Oh, I read
Porsches.
this story, all earlier tonight and didn't even realise I'd already been through it all before.
Not this same exact one, but we read it from someone else. Porsches are creating a e-fuel.
Well, it's worth talking about again.
Yeah, they're creating a synthetic fuel. Someone else has already created it, but Porsche are investing in it.
Right.
So
because people are going to, they say people should be able to buy a car today and still be able to run it in 20 or 30 or 40 years.
Yeah.
Right? So they don't want people buying petrol cars today and everything's gone electric and you can't run that car. So they're investing in the synthetic fuels.
Yep, they invested 20 million euros, which is about 30 million Australian dollars, into the development of synthetic fuels.
Which is e-fuel, I believe they're talking about. A unique product that is an alternative to ethanol or methanol. And it's not ethanol, it's not petroleum, it's fuel, but it comes from unwanted byproducts that come with petrol because it's made from mineral oil. And it has things that they need for combustion, exactly the same, but it's pure. It's very pure fuel. So they don't need to filter anything out. And I think there was somewhere else in the story I read, and I don't know where it is now.
Terry's putting the old engine back in. Should be fun.
Oh. So, yeah, there you go. There's a factory.
See you, corn-fed.
See you, mate. There's a factory in Chile where they use wind power to produce green hydrogen, which is then combined with captured carbon to make synthetic methanol.
There you go.
Which is converted into usable e-fuel using priority technology from ExxonMobil. So, yeah, okay.
So Porsche plans to produce 130,000 litres of e-fuel by next year before ramping up production to 55 million litres by 2024. And
Cornfed Boost usually has a live stream on tomorrow night around the same time as ours starts. So jump over there and check that out. And next story.
Mm-hmm. Hot Wheels.
Now, I thought I'd throw this one on for you.
Yeah.
What do you know about Hot Wheels?
I had them as a kid, and I still probably have some of them floating around somewhere.
Yeah, possibly. We watch a couple of people.
I've actually been looking for a.
like Vex Death and stuff.
Need to
for
get
Hot Wheels.
I need to get an R33 one.
Ah, you've got a Didn't you get something for? It's not Hot Wheels though. What was that car you got for Christmas?
I got a 34, I think.
Ah, okay. It's still sitting here.
Yeah, I think everything I got for Christmas is still here.
Not grateful or anything, are you?
It's all still here, so that when I get to my house, I can
Ah,
set it
that's
all
right.
up. In
You
a
don't
new
actually have a
place.
house yet.
No,
Yes,
it's not quite. Hopefully soon.
Fair
We're
enough.
getting very close. They started to bash out our gutter for our driveway, and they've set everything out. They've boxed it up. It's all ready to go. But then I was talking to the neighbour, and he said, yeah, they came over and told us to move the cars so they could pour your driveway, but then we never saw them again the rest of the day.
Yeah, right. That's annoying.
And it's been 3 days since that, and they still haven't done it.
Crazy. We're gonna epoxy your floor in your garage, or what?
Potentially, yeah. Probably a good idea.
Better than having oil stains.
Mm-hmm.
You just wipe up oil then. You see where you're leaking oil.
Jamie Wilnut says, anyone else forget what they used to do on a Thursday night? Footy show, perhaps?
They even still have that?
No, I don't think so. I think they canned it after they did what they did.
We need to start like having segments like the footy show. Like we could do once we got the wireless bloody camera, we can we'll set something out up here like a big competition. Like I don't know.
Some goalposts and
What was it? What's the other show? Hey, Saturday we go pluck a duck out here. Our own version. And we just need someone to rock around, pull up, and we go film their car. That's what we should do.
Mm-hmm.
Someone comes and visits each week, and we go and check out their car.
Dingus says
I like
two
that idea.
253s were like a 2K Barra back in the day.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah, Hot Wheels.
Yeah, that's right. I was talking about
Hot Wheels Unleashed video game.
So they've got a
Hot
game.
Wheels want to promote the natural progression from playing with toys to playing video games. While it might not be socially acceptable to play with Hot Wheels toys as an adult, is playing the Hot Wheels video game all right? I think it is nowadays. There's probably not as much of a stigma around playing video games these days as what there might have been when
How
you
many
were younger.
gamers have we got in chat?
I don't know. I know Paulie's a gamer. Paulie and I have played some games together.
So we've got at least one gamer in this room.
Yeah. And Yahtzee as well, if Yahtzee's around.
Yep.
No, Yahtzee and I have played some games together as well.
Yeah.
I know Rob likes to jump on Forza
Mm-hmm.
as well, which we still need to set up a night to race everyone.
Probably once I get into once
I get into the house, we'll have a nice Forza night then. Once I'm all set up in the place.
Mm-hmm. So interesting. There might be a few there. We'll.
Paulie collects Hot Wheels.
Does it tell us? Oh, I'm not even on the story. Does it tell us where it's what like platform it's coming out?
It'll be available on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, PC, and the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, okay.
From September 30.
Oh, that's a long.
I'd play the teaser trailer, but it's probably got music that's copyrighted, and the video's probably copyrighted.
But it's in our
we'll
show
get slammed
notes
for it.
Right.
Ardies is a PC gamer. Good stuff. James Bayless is a gamer as well.
Mm-hmm. So
Paulie says Forza Horizon 4 Drift Night.
I have not played for so long. I got cobwebs on the steering wheel.
Well, I ran into some cobwebs last night, as you know. I sent you the photo. The spider that scared the hell out of me. I wasn't ready for it. I was just walking through the yard and on my phone, and then looked up, and this thing was right at my eye, and I went, "What the hell is that?"
It scared the hell out of you.
And then when the morning came, he was gone. He probably got ate by a bird.
I knew it scared you because you sent me a text message with a picture. Look at this bastard. And I thought, you never say that. Like, that's not something you would normally say.
Well, it did scare the hell out of me. I wasn't bloody ready for it.
There you go. So
I was half expecting the dogs to actually run through the cobweb because he'd set it up. The spider web, because he'd set it up across like a tree. So maybe from like it was at least another 2 or 3 meters apart from us.
That's a very typical orb web.
Mm.
It's about what they do. So
Dang Dang has a Nintendo 64.
I have.
Roy loves Gran Turismo. Mallory loves Hot Wheels and collects Hot Wheel Corvettes.
Oh, check out. We've got a couple of people we haven't seen for a while, but Fex Death.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a Hot Wheels channel.
Yep.
So
and
he's Australian, but
and
then
Hodges
Hodges what's his name of his channel?
Hodges Diecast and
Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Hodges Diecast and Hot Wheels. So we haven't seen Hodgie for a while, but we might see him after daylight savings and. I don't know. Does that change for him?
Not sure. He might.
I don't know. It's
Doesn't
very
change for us.
it's
It
very
might bring
early
it
in the
back an hour
States
for him.
It's very early in the States for him. So.
Daniel Ward says, I'm too busy fixing my shit to play games.
Yeah. I've got nothing to fix, but I just sit and look at them first. Like I've got a couch in the shed that I just sit and look at the cars.
You won't soon and take your couch.
That's true. That's okay. I'll sit on the stool here and look at the cars, and because they're always
Maybe
clean. Because since I've got walls, they stay clean, which I do like. So hope I don't lose these walls. Anyways, move on. Next story. We've got a quiz coming up soon.
We certainly do.
There's I don't even remember what the story was.
Driveway mechanic fits a Koenigsegg free Koenigsegg free valve tech to a Mazda MX-5. This is Wesley Kagan on YouTube.
Yeah, we've seen a hell of a lot of different things happening.
Camshaft delete is about to be the hottest mod of 2021.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of different things go into a Mazda MX-5, but reduction now of camshafts. So,
with the exponential rate of progress in modern automotive technology, it's easy to think that the humble driveway tinkerer is rapidly becoming a critically endangered species. But US YouTuber Wesley Kagan has proved that there is plenty of space in the future for the at-home mechanic by developing and engineering a functioning Koenigsegg-style free valve system for his NA generation Mazda MX-5's 1.6-litre engine. Incredibly, he only began work on the project 2 months ago, and following the successful running and driving proof of concept, had decided to release all of his plans, designs and coding free of charge, stating, "I don't want money to stand in the way of technology." That I think it's something that's pretty cool, and I hope you do too, and I'm excited to see what the world does with it.
So variable cam timing may have been one of the most significant developments in modern engine technology, allowing different camshaft profiles and to open valves longer, larger, blah, 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 under load, or smaller and shorter for efficiency. But the limiting factor is the static states of two different cam profiles with no variability in between those. And conversely, the free valve technology championed by Koenigsegg in its Gemera hypercar sees each valve actuator replaced by a tiny independent piston. Measured bursts of compressed air see each valve able to operate independently and individually of one another, depending on engine temperatures and the performance required and the type of fuel used.
Infinitely variable lift durations offer a variety of benefits pertaining to efficiency and performance, as well as allowing for higher compressions, improved engine warm-up times, whilst also opening up an assortment of interesting possibilities in a turbocharged application with the ability to bypass the turbo altogether.
Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
G'day, Matty Crick. Nan says, if you haven't anything to clean, Dave, I can always bring my car over.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll do it.
And maybe everyone should go out and check this guy's channel out, because not only does he have the MX-5 on the go, he's got a tube chassis pushrod suspension 60 style F1 car that's built out of a Porsche Boxster, which is slated to receive a Mercedes-Benz V12.
There you go.
And you can watch the full video on his channel of how he got his camless MX-5 running.
All right. We've got a couple of comments there.
Eric Last, how you going? It's a new one in the chat. Shout out to you from the US. Great show. Thanks, Eric.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. I know
Appreciate
it's very early for you guys over there, but appreciate you guys tuning in.
Roy says, sounds a bit like VTEC.
Yeah, it does. Jamie Wilnut says price bashing. He's asking a question here. Price bashing online listings, is it okay or not cool? I think not cool.
If someone wants to list it for what it is, what they want for it, then that's what it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect you.
Jog on.
Yeah.
Hey? Yeah, if you look at a listing and you're like, tell him he's dreaming. Don't tell him he's dreaming. Just jog on. Or private message him and tell him he's dreaming if you really must. But I don't know. Maybe he might get that price, but you've sabotaged him. Like someone was going to pay that, and good on him. He's just made a bloody good bit of mozza coin out of it, right? And you come along and go, oh, it's worth half that. And then that guy goes, oh, shit, I was about to buy that. I better hold back and offer a shit bid or whatever.
Yeah.
If he gets more than it's worth, then good on him. Does it affect you?
No, not at all.
Yeah. It affects you if you want to buy it.
Yeah, well, you're going to buy it.
If it's too high a price, you offer what you're prepared to pay.
And then you negotiate.
Or you don't buy it. If it's too high a price, don't buy it. But the problem is, I think, with the people that do the price batching, they're not planning on buying it, are they?
No. A lot of them are just scrolling through Facebook and they go, that's bloody too expensive.
Yeah. So I don't think it's cool. But tell me if you do it. Like, it's okay. We don't have to agree here. That's just my opinion.
Jamie agrees with you.
Yeah. You, where are you? You're on.
I also agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
I think that you don't need to. You just doesn't affect you.
I think just
if you're not buying it, does it affect you at all?
I'm not saying that I don't look at stuff and go, that's not worth that. Yeah, like I might think, you're a flop.
You never commented.
But I don't comment that. No. I see other people do it. I don't think you should.
Huggy says so many beers, but no toilet breaks.
No, I've done pretty well, hey. Doing well. Hold on.
Ardy says say that to the supermarket. Dang says I put a price on shit because that's what I want for it. My time is precious.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
A lot of the time, you never know. Someone might be putting a higher price on it because they just want to steer away tyre kickers and people who aren't going to pay them the money for it.
What did Rob say? Rob said it's not a rip-off if you agree to pay it. If you're happy to pay it, then you're happy to pay it. Yeah, I think that's just, it is what it is.
Mallory agrees, says agreed. If people don't have anything nice to say, they should keep on scrolling.
Jog on, as I say.
But there is a common enemy that we all have.
Yep.
It's the EOI post.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5. Just put a price on it, even if it's 50 grand and it's worth 30 or something. Like, just put something on it.
Is that the guy that wants to put too much on it, but is afraid of the guy?
Yeah, he's afraid of the ones that are going to comment and say that's not worth it.
You're always going to get it though, right?
Yeah, you get it if you post the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 post.
Yeah, I do hate when there's no price on stuff because I look at it and I go, I'd really like that, but I don't know what he wants, and I don't want to offend him with an offer. Because I know how much I can afford.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that's what it's worth.
Yeah.
I can say what I will pay for it and what I can afford, and he could be then offended. But I just move on and won't offer it. And maybe I miss out. I could be missing out because maybe he would take that.
Be missing out on a sale too.
Well, of course he's missing out on a sale.
Scott says, I scroll through Facebook and think that's not worth that. I should sell my shit for that much too.
Yeah, but I never do, right? I've even got all my stuff sitting around that I need to sell that I've got to put that on there. Got to list that. Got to do that. And then I still don't. Really got to do so. I've got to get rid of some stuff.
All right. Got one more story to go.
All right.
Mitsubishi Express.
That was a good topic. Thanks, Wheelnuts. Yeah, now I put this in, and now I wasn't looking at one like this. I sent you one the other day, didn't I?
Yes, I think so. You sent me one with a LS in it.
Yeah, it was a little bit older than this one.
Yeah. This is the rebadged Renault Traffic. It's rebadged as Mitsubishi Express. It got a shock 0-star ANCAP safety rating. It underwent the latest ANCAP testing, resulting in an all-time low rating.
That's the worst. It got
Which is
nothing.
interesting. If it's just a rebadged Renault Traffic, what did that get?
Yeah. That is a good point. How did if it's the same car, how did the Renault Traffic get? Maybe its badge was more protective on the front than what the Mitsubishi badge was. But the Express has got a 0 NCAP rating. Now, I threw this in there because I was looking at an Express this week, and not one this age, but an older one. Because I thought it'd be a great drag challenge car, Tyler.
They don't actually have the Renault Traffic on ANCAP.
Oh, well, it was probably a 0.
Last one is a Renault Kangoo, and that got 4 stars.
Pretty sure their Traffic got 0. But yeah, no, I sent you the Express van with the LS and the turbo.
Yeah.
Well, they have like bloody 600 horsepower or something in that thing. It looked pretty impressive. So I thought, geez, that'd be... And it had a good price on it. It was 20 grand, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, you couldn't do that conversion for that.
No, definitely not.
That's what I was saying. I thought you couldn't do that conversion.
Eric said the price is always as high as someone will pay.
Yep.
Rob from Custom Dream Industry says, we all need a ballpark to shop, so always put a price.
And if nobody, like you put your price on there, and you don't have to be bashed down. You put your price on there, and if it doesn't sell, and you need to sell it, you will drop your price. Like that person will drop the price, right? And so if it's too high, then nobody will buy it. And if it's not, if it sells, well then it obviously wasn't too high. It was just higher than what you wanted to pay, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, 20 grand for an LS turbo Mitsubishi like L200, whatever they are, van. I thought that'd be great for road trip, doing road trip or drag challenge in.
Yep.
And
Thumbs off.
just
See you,
camp it.
Mum. Everyone remember to thumbs up. That's correct. That's a good one to put in the chat. Badge engineering completely changes the car. Ask Holden, says Roy.
That's true. That's true. But we must be up to that time of the night where we do a quiz, Tyler. We've got to get into it because we've been going way over time.
Say this is the first vehicle that ever to score a 0-star NCAP rating.
Very first.
Yeah. It delivered marginal performance in physical crash tests and lacks basic safety features that consumers have come to expect in newly released models.
Scary stuff. But if it had an LS in it, I'd still buy it. Anyway, we do have to move on. We do have to move on to the quiz because we get a bit carried away at this time of the night.
We do have one more.
We have one more?
One more, not story, one more thing to do quickly. The muff off wheel.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm tracking. We can win. Muff's quiet tonight. So could be half. Okay. What's going to happen here?
It's going to be half.
Oh, there you go.
It was almost moff, though. Because I've got moff and half in there.
Good stuff. Just to mix it up.
Jason Carpenter says, poor test dummy will never work again.
He's gone for, he's on compo. He does get workers' compensation, luckily. Yes. So, all right, we are at quiz time. So we've got to move on. We've been going way over time. I think last week we were
next
like
level
half
sketchy
hour
stuff.
Over. Hey, here's some people.
G'day.
Oh,
Sorry, you caught us talking about our bedroom stories.
Wow. I don't know where we're going with that. But we'll leave that there. Mate, how we going, Paulie? With a new voice on the quiz show.
Yeah, I'm doing well, mate.
We haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, mate. We haven't seen you for ages, and you haven't been on the quiz for ages. You've been entering, but you haven't got the call up.
Yeah, look, I've been pretty bloody busy, so it's kind of worked out that I haven't had the call out.
It was
It's
good. I was
kinda-
hoping you wouldn't pull out tonight, and we had to like get Johnny in at last minute. Everyone
Yeah.
would have been like, "What?" And James, how are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, fellas. Not too bad. Just get ready for another fun-filled show. You know, it's Thursday night. All you know, tomorrow's Paradise Day.
Yes.
Tomorrow's Paradise Day.
Mate,
Paradise Day is my favourite day of the week.
Exactly.
now, James, are we at 15 weeks?
1 second. Jamie Wheelnuts says, Dave and Tyler, would you like to give a shout out to Jamie Wheelnuts? Thanks, Jamie.
All right, Jamie.
Shout out to the wheel nuts. Anyway,
That's it.
He's always around somewhere, going around. Yeah, what were we saying? I was saying 15 weeks. Yeah.
Well, I think so, Dave.
I think this is the 15th week.
This is the 15th, so you've
Yeah,
got to
so
get
you
through
win
this week,
and then next week is the final week.
and then you win a battery maintainer for math.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Math will love you for it.
And you know you might have sort of worked Johnny out. Like I'm thinking, you know, there's some close battle weeks, but maybe you'd worked him out. But now you've got a competitor that you've never been up against Paulie before, have you?
Don't think so. No.
No, but I'm always up for the challenge. You know, this is the fun.
Yeah,
fun.
so true. Look, Paulie, this is an opportunity that you could steal Math's battery charger maintainer. You like that idea, don't you?
If it happens, I'll probably be laughing a little bit.
he's trying for it. He's trying for it, Muff. So all right. Well, we haven't had any quiz music. I even lined up the slide tonight, Tom.
I put the slide up.
Oh, you did. Ooh.
I really only come here for the music, so I'm just disappointed. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Ooh,
Cool.
quiz.
Now we're in the mood.
We need to do like some sort of recording over the top of that as well. Quiz time. I don't know. We'll be more like Wayne's World then. All right, Tyler. I'll let you take over.
All right, James, your buzzer.
James.
And Paulie. Well done, both correct. Nice
Guys
start.
are on
Nice
fire.
start.
We can see this is going to be a close battle.
It's already 1-1. Well, we'll just call it 0-0
We'll
because it
start
makes it
with,
easier.
yeah, we'll call it 0 for now. Start off. Yeah, good plan.
Question number 1. What manufacturer did Scott McLaughlin debut for in V8 supercars? Was it
Paulie.
Paulie?
Volvo.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Ooh.
James, was it
quick too.
A, Ford, C, Holden, or D, Nissan?
Huh?
Was it A?
Oh, okay, yep, no, sorry.
Yeah,
I'll
one's
go
missing.
with
One's
yeah,
already been taken.
You say D?
Yes.
Also incorrect. It was Holden. The answer was C.
Holden.
Scott debuted at the 2012 Sydney 500 in the Gary Rogers Techno Motorsport Holden Commodore after winning that year's Super 2 category.
Yeah, there you go. I thought he started out straight into the Volvos when GRM switched over. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't know. Didn't know. There you go. That was awesome. Good one.
Question number 2. What year did Daniel Ricciardo get his first Formula One victory? Was it A, 2014, B, 2015, C, 2016, or D, 2017? Paulie?
It would have been 17.
James?
What were the answers again, Tyler?
A, 2014, B, 2015, or C, 2016?
B.
Also incorrect. It was A, 2014.
I know it was Monaco.
I thought F1 question. Paulie. Oh, he's got this.
Daniel won 3 races that year for Red Bull, winning in Canada, Hungary, and Belgium.
Oh, okay. Going well here, Paulie, aren't we?
This is a close race.
After a red hot start.
Close race.
Question number 3. In 2 weeks is the 20th anniversary of Dale Earnhardt's passing at Daytona. How many NASCAR titles did he win? Is it A, 4, B, 5, C, 6, or D, 7?
Paulie.
Paulie?
I'll go 7.
That is correct.
Oh, there's first points.
Nice.
First
The
points.
Intimidator shares the record with both Richard Petty and Jimmy Johnson, his last title coming in 1994.
If I had to guess, I would have said the same. So that would have been a guess, though. No knowledge.
Question number 4. What manufacturer designed the first 6-cylinder engine for a car? Was it A, Daimler, B, Spiker, C, Cadillac, or D, Alfa Romeo?
James.
James?
Spiker.
That is correct.
One apiece.
In
Never
1903,
heard of Spiker.
Spiker designed the Spiker 60 horsepower, a car designed for hill climbs, which was powered by an 8.8 litre inline 6. It was also the first petrol car with
what?
conventional all-wheel drive with 3 differentials distributing the power to all wheels, and the first car with brakes on all 4 wheels.
Wow.
That's pretty fun.
8.3 litre straight 6. Jesus.
That would have been rowdy.
Very cool.
I think I found something I need to look up.
Very cool.
Yeah, they're going to put that in there with the Beast of Turin and his wild rides.
Question number 5. What manufacturer made the movie car called the Wraith? Is it A, Ford, B, Dodge, C, Chevrolet, or D, DeLorean?
James.
James?
Dodge.
That is correct.
Oh,
The
get
Dodge
some fun.
M4S was a concept car designed in 1981 and stood for mid-engined 4-cylinder sport and was used as the alien car in the 1986 movie The Wraith,
Oh.
starring Charlie Sheen.
Winning.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen that.
Good movie, that. It's a good one.
Yeah, fair enough. Have to
They
give it a
had
watch.
they had a Corvette, Fox Body Mustang, some other classic cars. It's not too bad.
Check that out.
Question number 6. How many Italian car companies exist today in 2021? Is it A, 5? Paulie?
Do we want technical answer or
Well, we don't know.
technically there's only Lamborghini, Fiat, Ferrari, and Pagani be about it.
So that would be 4?
Yeah.
You want to have a guess? Because it's not that.
That was his answer.
Well, I was just thinking the ones that are actually still owned by Italians. Yeah, I'll go with the 4. If that's not an option, I'd bug it if I know.
That's a buzz.
All right. James, your options are A, 5, B, 6, C, 7, or D, 8.
6.
Also incorrect.
Is it 5?
It was 8.
It was 8. Huh.
8?
The manufacturers that still make cars today are Abarth, Alfa Romeo, Ferrari, Fiat, Lamborghini, Lancia, Maserati, and Pagani.
Abarth is Fiat.
Well, there we go. That would make it 7 if Space still wrong. Points go begging.
Question
Still
number 7.
2-1.
In which state was Australia's first car manufactured? Or was it A?
Paulie.
Paulie?
Victoria.
That is correct. The answer is B, Victoria. In 1896, in Armidale, Victoria, Herbert Thompson was the creator of the Phaeton, a steam-powered car, had a single-cylinder 5-horsepower motor, and it was debuted in 1900 at the Royal Easter Show.
I would have guessed like South Australia. I don't know.
I've actually I made a question for this with Math's final, when Math did his final thing. What was the first Australian built car?
And that was it. There you go.
Yeah, know all about the Phaeton.
2 apiece.
Question number 8. Which one of these cars is not celebrating its 30th anniversary this year? Is it A, the Bugatti EB110, B, Jaguar XJ220, C, the Bentley Continental R, or D, the TVR Griffith?
Paulie.
Paulie?
I'll go with the Continental R.
James?
TVR Griffith.
It was the Jaguar. The Jaguar was
Ooh.
released in 1992 and celebrates its 30th anniversary next year.
Ah, there you go.
Learn something new every day.
Question number 9. In this week's video, what is written on the side of the car in the thumbnail?
James.
James?
That is. I've got to find the notes now.
Oh, get off it. Time's up.
Ticking.
The Russ Ranch Saloon and Resort.
That's correct.
He's paid.
Technically, it's Rusty Ranch.
That's also
right,
correct.
It is the Rusty Ranch.
Good on you.
Question number 10.
Could even it up here, probably.
What is the racing number that Brendan has on the side of the Grey Ghost?
James. Brendan has on the side of the Grey Ghost.
I can hear the pages flicking. He's got notes.
Yeah, so what's wrong with that?
He
The
studied.
number is 8419.
That is correct.
Good on you.
Is it
I'm going to have to start writing notes. This is crazy.
It's pretty
You want to
serious
see the
nowadays.
bits of paper I've got stacked around in my desk, man, from every show. I watch each video at least 3 times.
Bloody notes. That's serious business. That is.
He's got bloodshot eyes. The wall's up there. The red bits of rope between it. Pins everywhere.
The 5G. It's all about the 5G, you know?
He's got a, what do they call it? Like the crazy wall.
Yeah. The plot out wall with bits of string and the photos.
Exactly.
He's got his tinfoil hat on there.
Don't say it. The aliens will hear us, you know? It's a conspiracy.
Mate, you did well. You did come back there, James. I thought, oh, this is going close here. And I thought there was going to be no video questions there for a bit. I thought, oh, James is, usually.
I was sitting there going, you ripper, no video questions. I'm in.
Classic stuff. Well done. But it's he's got you, Paulie.
You got me. Good on you, mate.
Well done, Paulie, mate. Love the workout as usual. Love the workout.
I reckon the pressure was on there, James. What?
Just a little bit, Dave. Just a little bit. But
You were
that's the way I like
panicking.
it.
You were like starting to panic with the notes. Usually, you got them. You're pretty cool, calm, and collected, and we could hear the struggle there. Oh shit! Quick, where's the notes?
Which page is it on? Is it on 16 or 17? I can't remember. What's the order mixed up for?
Are you getting worse and worse now? You've got too many notes. Is that how it's going?
Yes. But I have to. It has to be done.
Yeah, I didn't know what was on the side of the thumbnail. Did you know that, Tyler, without looking?
Yes, I certainly did.
Okay.
I was very fascinated by that car.
And I didn't get Southie's number. I didn't realise that. I know it's a great ghost, but maybe we should have asked him what the number represented. Didn't mention in the story that that his wife did paint all that as well. She did the sign writing.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Oh, awesome. She did a bloody good job then.
That's a fantastic job, actually. Really good job.
There you go. It was. I think we chatted about it, but may not have. I sort of end up chatting a lot about the cars before we actually start filming the interview, and then I forget to ask all those questions because I already know it all. So, so I'm gonna probably just turn the camera on sometimes and start doing it. But well done, James and Paulie. Great to hear you.
Good on you, James.
On here tonight.
Thanks
mate.
very much, Paulie. I appreciate it, mate.
It was good to hear you're back again. It's been a while since you've been on the quiz. And
Yeah. I've been, like I said, I've been real busy with life lately. So
Oh, there you go. Brendan says in the chat, kids and Mrs. birthdays.
Aha, there you go.
there you go.
There it is. I thought there'd be some sort of meaning there. Good on you, Southie. Mate, I hope you had fun, Paulie. And
Always.
Always. And now you'll be, making sure you study for the next one if you can beat Nightbot again. Because it's a challenge just to beat Nightbot, I think, these days, right?
Yeah. That's my biggest challenger at the moment.
To get selected to get on the show.
Well, there's already 3 in there, and one of them's Johnny.
Yeah, and Johnny somehow has bribed an algorithm. I don't know how he's managed to do that, but he's done it. So he's bribing the AI.
Yeah, he must have picked it up from Hoff with the wheel tuning.
Yes, that's right. So thank you guys.
It is always a pleasure, guys. It's always a pleasure.
Week 16 next week, James.
I'll be putting my complaints in about question answers to the boss. Just let you know.
Oh, the one that you said 4 and it was the answer was 8, but you think it was 7, but it could have been 7.
Right.
That's all right. It's still
Stellantis owns 5 of those.
There you go. Take it up with the.
I'll be out there with the quizmaster having a yarn.
You'll love it. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll do what's on. We'll throw you back to the comments.
Awesome. All right, thanks, guys. Have yourself a good one. See you next time. And thanks again, Paulie. And people, you know what to do. Discord.
Take him on. This is your last chance.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could, he can. It's not your last chance to beat him because he could just keep going and crack
it's the last chance to take home an SPI 3 from the quiz.
And what's our record? Our record is 16 because Marf retired at 16.
Marf had 16 weeks in a row.
Marf is 30-3.
Yeah, 30-3, but 16 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
so you could go for the weeks in a row record.
So because Marf, got his 16 weeks in a row and retired.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you never know. I might if I win 16 weeks, I might take a week off. Let some of my new people come and have the fun. Then I'll probably come back. You know, I don't want to be too greedy. Got to let other people have the fun.
Marf might come back for that one.
Read it up, mate.
Marf might come back for that one, James.
Oh,
he might come back for week 17 to defend the 16-week record.
See how it all goes. All right, guys. Throw you back into the comments, and you guys have a great night, and we'll do what's on.
Take care, fellas.
We'll Thanks see you later.
Thanks, fellas.
What up, G? In the house. How are you, boys?
What up, bro?
It's the Sydney Jambo just around the corner. Are you guys coming?
We haven't planned for Sydney Jambo.
We probably will for the Queensland one.
Yeah, we haven't planned out for it. We've got a fair few events coming up at the moment, so dog barking at me. But I do need to head out for a quick walk while you start the what's on. Mate. I'll let you do it.
You got a slide for me?
Oh, we probably do. One looks something like that.
What's on?
We need like theme music for all these things now, don't we?
Too many buttons. I don't have enough. This weekend, starting tomorrow, is Bathurst Autofest starting tomorrow, 10 a.m. or for your Friday at Bathurst. One to definitely check out. Let's see how long does that one go for. Goes from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. tomorrow, and also on 6th and 7th of March. You get burnouts, drags, show and shine, and more. Caffeine and Classics, the Twilight Edition at Blackout Coffee and Catering, is also tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Check that one out. Downshift Brisbane Night Meet is on tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Beanley Showgrounds. Hot Chips Garage is heading out to Matsuri, and so are we this weekend, 6th and 7th. We'll be out there both days checking out some drift action and potentially jumping in some drift cars for the first time that I'll ever be experiencing drifting. So it'll be something new and see how frightened I get. Joe's Diner also on this Saturday at 4 p.m. One to check out. Just Kingsford Smith Drive and Eagle Farm, just off the highway. Really, really good one to check in and check out. Test and Tune is on this Saturday at 4 p.m. at Willowbank Raceway. Good one to have some fun, race your mates. It's a good one to go and do that at. Keep it off the street. Mount Cootha Cruise from Browns Plains, Auto 1. This Saturday at 5 p.m, starting at Auto 1 Browns Plains. Meeting there at 5 p.m. for a chill cruise to Mount Cootha. G'day, Rat Fink. How you going? Says, don't forget Daytona Bike Week starts tomorrow, the 80th. There you go. Trevor says, I'll be hooked on drifting. Right, I need to switch back. I forgot.
We had the whole time on the slide.
Yeah, I was.
Nobody even noticed I was gone.
James says extra pants, Tyler.
So what were we talking about? Daytona Bike Week. We might see some videos from Rat Fink. You going? Surely Rat Fink will be at Daytona Bike Week.
James Baylor says, will you be streaming it all from Matsuri? Not sure. Not something we actually talked about.
We hadn't planned to stream from Matsuri. We had planned just to shoot a video.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's also the car meet at Lavelle Street in Nerang, the BCMC. Check that one out at 5:30 p.m. on Saturday. And Furbalicious, that's the first event I've seen from them in a long while.
been closed for a long time.
Furbalicious Saturdays on this Saturday at 6 p.m. at Furbalicious Kebabs in Southport. Good one to check out. Usually a lot of JDM cars head down to that one, but it's not exclusive to JDM cars. You can head down there and whatever you want.
Yep. Yeah, but they've been closed for some time. So
There's the 42 Cartel Car Meet and Cruise at Seaworld Drive, Main Beach at 7 p.m. And heading on to Sunday, we've got the final day of Bathurst Autofest. We have the VW DCQ 2021 picnic in Lower Esplanade in Manly on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. And that is it. Not a lot of events on Sunday.
Not in our calendar.
In our calendar, anyways.
There may be a lot more events that we don't have in our calendar.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't, and you have an event, then you need to send it to us. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're in Facebook, and just tag us in your event, and we'll put it up on our What's On page.
Yep.
But all these events can be found if you
We're at Fink's leaving tomorrow. There you go.
heading out. Excellent. And if you're looking for these events, and obviously you don't want to play back the video, or you haven't been taking notes, you could call James, or you could get onto our events page on the website, because you don't need to take the notes for the events. You can just go on there and check them out and see what's on. But we'd love to see some stuff if you're in other states or even other countries. Then and we'd love to see what's on, especially if there's a Facebook event. It's really easy for us to add it to the page.
Certainly is.
So just message us. Send a link to our Facebook page. Yep.
Johnny says Pittsworth show on tomorrow and Saturday. Hoping to have the Skid Pig there for the Motorcana event on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Be good fun. Bit different with the 308 in there.
Yeah. There was a video of that last year. I think the weather was a bit dodgy last year. Really windy or something, I think. I think it was, Johnny, from memory, when I watched that one from last time. But
that pretty much brings us to the end.
Mate, we are. And after many, many weeks of running late, we are a lot closer to on time, if not slightly early. Not that we actually have a time frame. Thanks, mate. See you later. Not that we actually have a time frame for the show. Like when I say it's early or late, we originally decided that this would be a half-hour show.
Yeah, we were like, how are we even going to go for half an hour?
Yeah, how can
no,
we
I think the first show went for like 3 hours.
And then it's been like a 2-hour show ever since. It's a lot. 2 hours is a lot to go through. So
it's a lot to sit on these stools. We need some comfier chairs.
We'll have to
need something with like a back. So
if we get something more permanent set up in here, eventually we might. But yeah, no, we do need to try and limit it to a max a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
So, but we do appreciate those that
stick with us
this whole time. So, you guys are amazing that you do sit through the whole show, and how many people we still got sitting there now?
See you, dang. 39.
39, not too bad. Still have that many at the end of the show.
4-car team relay race, Johnny said.
There you go. Cool. Thanks, James. Thank you. We'll be in the rocket lane. Yeah, we'll start working out the events.
Trevor Smith says we should get some Recaros.
Yeah, that'd be good. We'll get there one day. We'll just keep growing. So we're nearly at 5,500 guys. So
cheers, Mallory. Thanks, Brennan.
Thanks, Mal. We're really close to 5.5. I think we're about 40 off.
I think we were 5.444 earlier when I checked.
So it's about 56 off. I can still do maths, so I haven't had too many beers yet. 56 off.
You might not be able to post that link, Rat. You might have to chuck it in Discord.
Yep, throw it in there, and we'll share it out. Yeah, I don't
Cheers,
think
Rob.
I don't think it'll let you
If I
post the
get
link.
if I get time, I might drop in and see you tomorrow, Rob. If I have time, depending on what time I finish up at work.
Thanks, Lewis. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Yeah, Tyler, you said just before that you need to drop down and see Rob. You haven't seen him
Just
for
to
a while.
say g'day. I haven't seen Rob for a while.
We should do that, definitely. Huggy, thank you. Thanks, mate. Thank you for commenting and everything as well. Dave Ray's here as well, and working late, mate. Always doing it hard. Jason, thank you, mate.
Dan
Tyler
Jazz.
needs to share some of your videos from the weekend. Definitely, and yeah, we'll thank you guys. So, I guess time to wrap it up. We might just play a few tunes. Got some different tunes lined up this week, mate. You got any, something off a bit of Epidemic, or might line up a few different songs. This sounds a little different. Have we heard this one?
I think
we might have
once.
Oh, yeah, sounds alright. Play a few tunes. Play you out while we start the pack up. We can pack up in the background. You guys can chat away for a little bit, and in the chat, we'll play a few tunes and wrap it up.
Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you in the next one, and thanks for listening on the podcast.
Thank you, guys. You stay in that right lane. Oh, we're dropping hats tomorrow.
Hats?
Did you know that? Something like this.
Hang on, they can't see.
Like these ones. But not with Kenda.
With Overtaking Lane.
Whoa.
Get onto it.
Pick them up tomorrow night.
See you, yeah.
You and I, we never show emotions, we just keep it down, down inside. Yeah, you and I, both longing for expression for the things we like, but we stay quiet. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Oh yeah, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be in you. We're holding back each other in the things we do. It's all so blue. Yeah, what if we could grow just like the flowers through the concrete? Just you and me. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Oh yeah, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be in you. We're holding back each other in the things we do. It's all so blue. Yeah, what if we could grow just like the flowers through the concrete? Just you and me. Just let go.